Hello, I'm Liz, and this is Random Workings, and welcome to our 30 Minutes to Do miniature painting series. So, we are continuing on with our correcting of miniature lines. I've changed the camera position. That means you can't see me. I'm gonna change that probably next time, in an attempt to get it so that you can enjoy seeing the camera better, the painting better. Right, let's get this focused. And stop the staticky look. Okay, sorry about that. So you can see on this model there's a white line, a yellow line on this, like in here on the red, and I'm just basically fixing all that. I thought it wouldn't take very long. Not to work my brush, but it did. I started with this one, I'm just checking it. I started this one last week, so I was doing yellow first. Or was I doing yellow last? No, I started with yellow, then I'm doing red, and then I'm doing gold. In part to, I'm going to try and stay out of the shot, because otherwise you just see my mouth. I'm going to try and fix areas I've missed. And also my nose being seen. Cool. Hopefully this is a better watching angle. I kind of feel like I need a wireless camera, really. Because at the moment I'm using a single wide camera. Well, two, if you include the other one. My nose is in shot again. Oh well, enjoy my nose. Back to what I was saying, I'm trying to cover areas I've missed, and also make it so the lines are a bit neater, so that I can actually shade it and then start layering. Well, I'll see after I've done the recording how this looked. It's probably not working because my desk doesn't really have the ability. I can't sit at my desk and paint and really have a camera. And this place is currently on the table with all of my stuff on, so it's just out of shot of the other camera. So practically wise, it takes ages to set up, so I might not do it anymore. I'll see what I feel like once I see the final edit. It may be that I have to record the two cameras separately so I can just edit this one, like cutting out my nose, which is peeking in every time I lean into. Every time I lean into, I can't move that camera any further, because otherwise you'll see my second screen. Which I need in order to be able to tell if I'm in the shot. Right, I think they're done. I'm going to try and be a bit more systematic with how I pick up and remember which ones I've painted. I also have like a wire leaning over to the camera, which is just misbehaving. Anyway, next beast. I think I've done the yellow on them. The camera is zoomed in as far as it'll go as well, by the way. So I can't actually get any closer without moving the model, which is currently on a stationary tripod. I've not got an arm attachment, which would probably work much better. And then I could have it from this like shelf I've got. That'll probably be what I decide to do later, and then I can have it above my head. And then you'll probably just get my hair peeking in, which could be quite fuzzy. As the paint dries, I think these are covered in dust again. I really should store them in like a box or something to stop that happening. Because the paint dries the same colour, I'm pretty sure it should be fine. That I'm just dabbing it in places to cover stuff. As long as I don't make like piles of it. We'll see. Wee. Hope you're all liking the new music beds. They should have been put out this week, which means I can start referencing them in the descriptions. I think I was a bit too hasty in getting them out. Some of the visualizers are not thingy the base. Some of the visualizers are not exactly how I planned them because I was rushing a little bit. But it was like, I need to get these visualizers out because then I can properly point to the artists who made the music. But really, outside of the crafting one and the game one, I suppose, which have very basic visualizers, although again, I wish I'd spent a bit more time on the gamer. I could have just went back and changed the references. I should have really. I caused too much of a rush. I quite often underestimate how long it'll take. I don't necessarily underestimate how difficult a task is. I just underestimate how long it's going to take me to perform said task, and I also don't realise how bad some pieces of programming are. So I think I mentioned this in a mix video I recorded recently. Adobe After Effects fell over itself because of the length of the songs when I was trying to get features to be linked to the amplitude of the music. have liked. So in the gamer one, you've got blue, what's called starburst effect. And I thought you could link it to the amplitude, but you can't. The speed sort of racks up to the max speed and then doesn't readjust. So I thought, oh, okay, I'll just look at where the amplitudes spike and change the volume around that time, the speed at that time manually. But just trying to look at the amplitude kicked the system into I'm not going to work anymore. So I just went with the idea that if they do look like they're sped up, it's a placebo effect from the speed of the music. Similarly, Snow Festive isn't quite as good as I would like it. The hill is looking a little empty at the back because I decided not to do what little I was going to do back there, which was a rolling snowball. And I was going to have the snowman and random going backwards and forwards, but I didn't have the time. Really, I shouldn't have said I was going to release them. I still released them because in my head I'd already said so, and I don't like the idea of taking back what you say. But then if you're going to give out something bad, I suppose. It's not bad, it's just not what I had envisioned. I'm going to take a bit longer to do the adventurer one. I haven't even got the music bed really ready for that because I want to tailor it slightly. Although that is an undertaking because there's so many songs which could go in different areas of a tale of adventure. So I don't care if I'm overlapping the gold still. At the moment the target is to get the red so that it's not got yellow on it or gold on it. You can kind of tell where I was struggling or just gave up. I'm gonna have to paint that yellow again because I just put a red dot on it. Oh well. I need to make sure I hold the brush far enough away from the model that I can't accidentally stab it when I'm adjusting it. Thought I'd painted the wire then. I don't know if water has gotten to the end of this or if paint has. If paint has, that's a bit of a problem. So you're not supposed to get paint at the nub of your brush. It's bad for the bristles. But it could also just be the colours gone down there, and like I said, it could just be water. Angle wise, I think this is good. It could be better. It could be more over the shoulder, but like I said, I've got a tripod and I would be hitting every time I turned. Especially considering, like I said, this is as zoomed in as the camera will go. I'm not planning on basing these, which is when you actually do something with the base. I'm not even really planning on painting the base. If I do, I'd have to remove the models first. I think the general way of doing it is to paint the model on a temporary base. It doesn't matter if you get paint all over it. And then move the model over to a based base. I think I put too much gold in there originally because it's the relief. Or I might not have, but there's like this one. It's like a shoulder piece there, and the others do too, I think. And you can see how that's defined, whereas this one is not as clear. So I might have put too much gold in, but it's also because the weapon's right over it. I definitely, because I'm right-handed, I definitely think I need the camera on my left. But then I'd have a lot more stuff I'd have to cover up. Really, I just need a proper place to do this kind of thing. I think I'll go back to the old setup with the forward-facing camera. I think. Like I said, I do like this one, but it's not quite working. Well, no, it is working. It's different. It just does. Again, it's not meeting my expectations. I will keep doing this angle until I can change it, because this is the best angle. I will move the camera that's up in this top left corner. I'll probably record it as a separate camera, separate screen, and then just add it in post, because at the moment it is in the scene, which means I can't move it. Well, I can, but it takes a lot more work. And also then I can position it in whichever corner I don't accidentally keep moving the model into. Gotta make sure I'm looking at red. I've just put red all over the yellow edge there. Gotta be careful with the angle I'm looking at, because sometimes I'll be seeing the wrong edge that I'm trying to target. I don't get this cleanup sorted this turn, which I don't think I will. I think I'll get the red finished, but then I'll need to do the gold. I think I'm maybe 2 episodes, including this one, away from actually doing the Nuln wash. Next position on my list, get an arm for the camera. Or a third arm. I'm sure it would make the camera shake a lot, but a third arm would be useful for holding the camera, I suppose. when I'm doing the broader strokes, because my paint's a bit too wet, so I'm just trying to get some of it off the brush. Or I do think the area needs a bit more paint on it, one of the two. I think I've unintentionally watered this too thin. I dumped my brush a bit too much. my brush down when I do that as well. You can see I'm likely not going to get the 6 finished. Which means I'll have to finish the red next time on the last one, and then quickly go over the gold. Which, considered it last, I think shouldn't have as much to correct. In theory. I haven't decided on how I'm going to go about constructing the squigs. If I'll do it on camera or not. And where would I place it? Would I have to make a new series, or could I get away with putting it in construction tools? I probably couldn't get away with putting it in construction tools. But I also don't want it to be specifically just miniature models, because that would mean a very small series, depending on how often I get models that aren't pre-built. But yeah, that's something to consider in a while, because technically these aren't finished. I think I've got a few more episodes, plenty more episodes for doing this at the moment. I need to get a bit of a backlog for this, actually. I think that one's almost done, not quite done though. No, that looks done. Just the other unmasked person. I think actually there's only one unmasked person. The unmasked person whose hair I haven't done, and I need to do a skin tone. But yeah, that's the smiley. Done, I think. Just like we are done. For now, at least. Because that was our 30-minute timer. Which means I've got to stop. I'll try to anyway. Yeah. Thank you for sticking through to the end of this video. And if you like what you saw and want some more, why not hit the like button, maybe subscribe, and then check out one of the videos or playlists showing up on the screen. Or why not head over to the channel for even more options. And if you have subscribed, hit the bell on this video or the channel page and get notified every time a new video goes live. But either way, it's bye for now, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!